Pyro have always been the class who have been in the TF2 community to be seen as a class who is very noob friendly. When you play Pyro, you will often receive the comments of, oh, you're a noob, you got WM1 and stuff like this when people die, because they are mad to be killed by a class who is very accessible for new players. But even if the class is very accessible for new players, what we don't want as a Pyro is to just end up dying after one kill or to make a tie. So here is my little tips and tricks as a Pyro main to fight every class as a Pyro and win, and most importantly, staying alive.
Way to go, Pally!
So, the first class we have to fight is a Scout, and it is probably one of the hardest that we have to fight. Yet we have two ways of taking him down, in long range and in close range. In long range, the idea will be very simple. You will just go and use some flare guns to pepper him down from afar, landing him on fire and letting the fire doing his job and burning the Boston man. For the close range, what you would like to do is to break the sightline of the Scout. If he spots you from afar and is in a middle range, close range, and your flamethrowers isn't close enough to get to him, what you would like to do is to break the sightline of the Scout to force him to go closer from you and to force him in the range of your flamethrower. Once it's done, you will be able to put him on fire, he will be in your air blast range at the same time, and you can therefore combo him with some shotgun, combo him with some flare guns or with some scout shot to ruin his mobility, and overall just keep him close to you and use the air blast to just block that guy and to not let him move as freely as he can. The air blast is here, it is here for a reason, you can push people, just use it.
Maggots!
Our second class to fight is a soldier, and honestly there is not really much to say about it because it's one of the easiest matchup for the Pyro. So if he is dumb enough to throw a rocket at you, and in 90% of the case when you jump scare someone, he will just press M1, so for the soldier will throw rockets at you, well, you can preventively press your M2 button and it will result in a nice reflect on the soldier face and eventually on a kill on him if he is already hurt. In the case where he wouldn't be hurt, well, you can just finish him off with your flames, or you can combo that guy and he will be dead. So no matter the range, if it's close range, middle range or long range, you will always have the advantage versus the soldier unless he spams some shock burns, but in that case, just use your brain and don't go against him. For the third class, we will end up versus a mirror match, and it will be versus another Pyro. It is one of the most interesting fights you can do as a Pyro, because it will require two things. It will be dependent of your own skills, of your own knowledge, but also of the enemy skill and knowledge. So you have multiple ways to win a fight versus another Pyro. The main one is to, use a shotgun, because, Pyro uses a flamethrower, and if your aim is good enough with a shotgun, you will just 2-shot or 3-shot him and you will have one to fight. In the case where you're not confident with your aim for the shotgun, you can try to eventually combo the other Pyro, but it will usually result in your loss if you miss your combo. And the third way of fighting the other Pyro is to know the flame mechanics. You have to know how the flames move and how they are affected by your movements. So what you want to do as a Pyro versus another Pyro is to move away from him. What you want to do is to try to always keep him in your flames, while also moving in circles around him, or like just backpedaling while putting your flames a bit further from him. So in that case, you will hit him with your flames and he won't be able to hit you. And that's what's important. You have to fully understand that to be able to win a flamethrower fight, basically. For the demo, there's nothing much to say. If you throw pipes or sticky bombs at you, you can try to air blast them and it will work. The only instance where you will try to avoid to air blast those if he's using the loose cannon, because it would result in you taking the mini crits usually. But otherwise, just walk at him, press M1 and you should be able to kill him. In the case where he would use some stickies, you can always resort to the scout shot to like throw a quick scout shot on the ground or near corner if you see him waiting, because it usually means he got a sticky drop somewhere and the scout shot will get rid of it.
Little man!
Heavy is one of the hardest matchups you will find as a Pyro. It is a tank of the game and you are not really sweet to fight him on your own. In the case where you would fight him on your own, keep in mind that Heavy is slow and you have a button will allow you to push him away. So what you will try to do is to hit his HP little by little. You will just always keep him on fire and you can then either use the panic attack, so going decrease the panic attack to try to like burst him down, or a safest way is to go with a scout shot. What you want to do by doing that is to use a scout shot to keep him on fire and away from you in a good distance, and if you come too close you can always air blast him with your degreaser or your flamethrower.
Erecting a statue of a moron.
Versus Engineer, well, it's not really the Engineer itself who is an issue for us here, but more his sentry. Depending on the placement of the sentry, depending on the level of the sentry, you will either win or lose a fight. And eventually make a tie, but it will be very hard. So what you want to do as a Pyro versus an Engi is first of all locate his sentry. If he's away from his sentry, the Engineer will be for you a quick, easy kill that you can deal with. Just be careful in the case where you would use the Widowmaker, because that weapon can eat your HP quite fast. Now for his sentry, you have few ways to dealing with it. The main one will be if the sentry is level 3 and you can spot him from far away, is to pepper him down with a shotgun or a flare gun. If it's a bit closer, you can always try to activate the sentry so he can shoot rockets at you and you can air blast him right back at the sentry. In the case where it will be around the corner, you can quickly go in the sentry range, tap your flames and go back, and it will deal around 30 damage to sentries, and you just repeat the operations a few times and the sentry will be done that way.
Would you like a second opinion? You are all so ugly!
For the medic, you have two options to fight them. The first one is just to like run at them with flamethrower and like, yeah, keep them on fire until they die. The second one is in the case where they would heal a teammate like a heavy or like someone very tanky basically. What you want to do is to use the third degree. It will allow you to hit both the medic and his target, and it will hit every beam is connected to the target that you hit. It's pretty useful to like kill one or two people quickly.
You know what dominated means? You bloody whack job.
Sniper is one of those matchups where it by nature in a bad holds for the Pyro. Unless the sniper go near you, it will be very hard for you to like take him down, and you don't want to really raise your head to get him. It's not your job and you're not here for that. In the case where you would have to fight with snipers, what you want to do is use a flare gun to put him on fire, and so he will not be able to properly aim. In the case where the sniper would use a downwind on your shield, what you want to do is to use a flame trap or a shotgun, one of the two basically, because the flame trap will allow you to set the sniper on fire. Even if he will not take the burn effect, it will still be registered on fire by the game, and by doing so you have a smaller window where you can quickly combo the sniper with a crit flare gun or with a crit extinguisher. On the other hand, you can just go with a shotgun, two-shot him with it, and that will work too. And finally, versus the Spy, so last of the 9 classes, and probably one of the most interesting matchups so far. It can either be you will completely annihilate the Spy, or the Spy will just annihilate you because you will have been too cocky. So what you want to do is, like, obviously you can spy check and read the disguise of the Spy, but keep in mind that one, he does have a gun and he can just gun you down, and it works pretty well for him because he can stay out of the Pyro range. And two, if it is a really good spy, there is some good chances that you end up trickstered by him if you go too close to him without paying attention. So to fight against him, you have few options here. The first one is to use a flare gun because it is always a good tool to have and it is always pretty strong. The second one is to completely abuse your air blast. You want to keep the spy in one spot and you want to have the upper hand when it comes to movement. As a Pyro, you are the class who dictate who move and who stay stuck in place, and versus a spy, it is especially important to do that. You can just keep the spy in one spot and he will not be able to trick stab you. So don't hesitate to put him on fire, and after that just abuse the air blast and abuse the flames to finish him off. This video was inspired to me by Scary Broccoli, who made a wonderful video about how to play Demoman. Don't hesitate to go check him out, and his video was also inspired by Uncle Dan, so don't hesitate to go check that out too. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't hesitate to leave a like or subscribe to it. Anyway, I'll see you for the next video.